Good morning. It is time for Let It Go and Let It Grow for the day, which is January 8th, 2026. So Let It Go today is the Page of Pentacles, and you can see here he's balanced or she's balanced sort of in tree pose, beautiful mountains and stuff behind her. Release the pressure to constantly prove yourself, to keep from starting new, just to feel worthy or productive. So this is asking you basically to take that pose and take a time out and just reflect on what is going on around you. Do you keep having to do things to want to try to prove stuff to yourself and want to expand and move forward because you feel you have to, or you're trying to prove things to other people? Or are you doing it because you want to do it? So this is about letting go of the mindset that says that you must always be learning and fixing things, always doing, be a human doing instead of a human being. This is about the hustle, the constant work, and about letting that go. Growth doesn't always need effort. It can happen organically if we just allow it. And I know myself, when it comes to certain things, I get into this phase too, where I think I have to learn all the time. I have to be doing things all the time. And even it's funny when I go to lay down or take a nap sometimes during the day, I end up doing affirmations and stuff as I'm trying to nap. So in a state of wanting to rest, restore, and relax, I'm still working. I'm working on things. So this is asking you to take that pause, take that time out, and just give yourself that space, because you don't actually have to be doing things all the time. There is some time to just take and breathe. So that's Let It Go today. Let It Grow today is the Three of Swords, and that might be a very, very weird one to see as a Let It Grow, because this is usually the card of sorrow. But this might surprise you, because this is about letting your emotional truth rise. So in that pause of the doing all the time, you might be not looking at how you're feeling about certain things, keeping yourself actually busy and tied up so you don't have to look at you. We're very good at doing that, keeping ourselves busy so we don't have to do the hard work. So this is asking you to be honest about hurt, grief, or disappointment that you have experienced, and let that come up and come to the light. A lot of times we stuff feelings down with addictions, food, internet, things like that. Anything to distract us from actually feeling our feelings. And this is saying, allow that grief, allow that pain, allow those issues to rise to the surface so you can work them out and actually work with them. Work with your pain, work with your emotional issues as a PowerPoint rather than a weakness. And this is saying healing through acknowledgement is not bypassing. You're actually doing the work at this point. You're looking at that. This would be that deeper shadow work, turning that flashlight, that mirror inwards again. I was talking about the mirror yesterday. Turning that mirror inwards and looking into yourself and asking yourself the hard questions. I know I deflect a lot of times as well. I've done a ton of work, but there are also things I still avoid because, feeling your feelings is not necessarily an easy thing to do all the time. We get into it with psychedelic practices and medicine as spiritual bypassing. Are you doing this to journey to bypass, or are you doing this to get information? And I do a lot of deeper work when I'm working with psychedelics. So this for me has to do with that inner deep work. But my day-to-day life, I will skirt over issues, push the pain down with doing other things. And I'm very, very aware of that. So, let the heart breathe, come in that state, let it breathe. The lungs, when we do reflexology, when we do energy work, when it comes to storing energy and past griefs, a lot of that is stored in the lungs and the hips. So, if you need to have that big guttural cry where you take that air into those lungs and just let it go, very cleansing. Very, very cleansing for you. Not fun at the time, but you have to realize emotions are, we're in a very, very fast moving world. Things move fast. Our news feeds move fast on our Facebook. Everything, information in and out. Emotions and feelings change very, very quickly. So know that with yourself as well. If you're taking that time to feel your feelings, it's going to pass. It's going to pass through, and it could be one of the most healing things you can do for your coming into that state of allowance. So let the tears and clarity release and soften what you've held on to tightly for so long. So these cards, this is about taking that pause out and stop doing, and this is about actually getting into those feelings. So you don't heal by working harder on yourself. You heal by letting yourself feel what is already there. That's a great message for me because, as I said, I know personally that I do the same thing. As I said, when I meditate, I tend to try to work rather than, and that could be a Band-Aid as well. Instead of just setting, relaxing, and being, I'm working even when I'm trying to rest. So we are going to do Message of the Cosmic Oracle cards today. I will choose one of those. That one's on the floor, so that'll be it. Excuse me. This is where I spend half my time. You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. So coming into that creative space, that sacral chakra, using that energy to your advantage. Take the time and do some of that healing, but know that you have the ability to create as well when you are done resting. So that is what I've got for you today. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.